Hi guys, it's Lexi, and today we are playing City Skylines 2. I haven't started any new city since Economy 2.0 came out. I did play before that, and financially everything was going great in my cities. I still had those pesky issues with high rent and not enough customers, and of course traffic, because I suck at managing traffic. Sorry to disappoint. But now, with Economy 2.0, the game is supposed to be a lot more challenging, and you shouldn't be able to have a lot of profit and be able to just provide every service for your employees and keep them happy. So now I've decided to try a new city with this new update. And we are going to start out on Coral Reaches because this is my go-to map, just because it has a lot of buildable area and a balanced amount of resources. So without further ado, let's just get right to it. Alright, so before we start building any road whatsoever, I like to stop for a bit and do some planning. So usually I have my residential and commercial zones in this part and the industrial zone in this part, so we can avoid any pollution whatsoever. The wind usually on this map is going this way, so we shouldn't have any issues with the pollution whatsoever. And the most troubling thing for me is definitely traffic. I need to really plan how these people are going to go to their work, and I'm thinking of designing this residential and commercial area with maybe like a hub in the middle and maybe just some offices around that. I guess I'll just have to think more about it. And for the industrial area, I also need to plan how these trucks are going to go to the commercial zones and also out and in of the city. So these are the major pain points that I've been having so far. Basically everything that traffic is. Sometimes this game feels just like a traffic management game, but well. Alright, so I will start building some roads before we do any zoning, and we'll see after that. Now I try to design just a bit the streets, and I think I made like a mental image of how I want it to look. So basically, like I said previously, here we will have the industrial area, which will cause a lot of pollution. And beginning with here, we will start having some commercial zones. I left some blank spaces, these big ones, because I'm not really sure what I want to put there. But we will definitely have our residential area towards here. And I put it towards the end of the tile because of the high value land that we will start having, and they will start complaining about high rent. So I don't want that to happen, so I'm trying to zone the residential areas towards the end of the tile. I did set up also the water pumping station and the sewage outlet, and we also have some electricity going on here. I would definitely upgrade that once we have more money. But since I'm very preoccupied about my finances right now, I think it's best to just get started with zoning. So let's first get started with some low density houses. What I try to do is like draw them one by one, because, you know, smaller spaces mean smaller taxes, right? So sometimes I just like to take the time and draw them one by one, which, you know, can become tedious if you are trying to raise your population fast, and if you have a high demand for houses, this can become quite boring and tiresome. So let's just zone the rest out. Now we have our demands for commercials and industrials growing, so let's get to that. I think, where should we start? I will start with some commercial right about there and some industrial right about here. So for the entrance to the city and for the flow of the traffic, we have this street which goes directly to the industrial zone, so they can just access it without having too much traffic down the main road. Same for residential. I drew a road that goes directly into this residential road, into this residential area, right about there. Of course, traffic will definitely not be a problem in the beginning, but once we get past that, 50,000 Sims in our city, it's definitely going to be a problem. So right now I only have to focus on residential because that's what I have a demand for. So let's get some more houses in this area. And we will also get some row houses in a bit. All right, we ran out of demand for low residential, and now let's move on to some row houses. So they will each get 3. No, they are not equal. I didn't draw them equal, but I guess that's fine. For row houses, I don't really mind how they are placing them automatically, since it adds, a bit of flavor, a bit of diversity to the city. So let's speed that up. And I'm already on the minus. Why? Service upkeeps. Oh, yeah, because I have like the water out and sewage outlet. And they also want healthcare, but I definitely do not have the income for that. And also, our demands are currently in the zeros. So I'm not giving them any service before I raise my income for a bit. Right now, I'm just waiting for them to finish building those houses and see maybe our demand for anything at all grows a bit so we can start zoning more areas and getting more income from these buildings. We already have our first 6 citizens, and our income is currently at plus 2,000, and we have 144 citizens in our city. So maybe we can place a medical clinic. Let's see, I think here will cover basically anything that we have right now. So let's just place that there, and we have dropped like significantly. Now our demand for housing is increasing again, so let's get more row houses in the upper part that we zoned, and I'm keeping the lower parts for houses. And like I said, that's just for the high value land that will start appearing. We do not have that view unblocked yet, I guess, but we will check that a bit later. Right now, I'm just waiting for the citizens to come in my city and start paying some taxes. So one thing that I noticed now with Economy 2.0 is that definitely the demands for everything at all are quite low. Are lower in the beginning that it was before. So before this latest update, in the beginning, I did not have any issues with demand whatsoever, and I expanded quite fast. So I did not really have to wait a lot for these demands to increase. Especially for the commercial demand, there always seemed to be a demand for commercial. Even though some areas did not have enough customers, and they kept complaining about that until I bulldozed them because they were annoying me. But anyway, right now it seems that it's just a waiting game while losing money. And I'm up for it, sure. Let's just wait and see what happens. Our demand for low-density housing is starting to increase quite a bit, so I'm zoning out more of these home areas, hoping we can get that income in the positive. But it seems that they were just asking for a couple of houses, so the demand is not what I thought it would be. I was hoping that maybe I could fill this area, but that's not gonna happen. We are still about 13,000 in the red, and our industrial is also starting to increase. So let's just zone more factories. And now what I would like to do right now is try to follow the people around a bit and see what their behavior is. I see a lot of taxis, but we haven't unlocked any transport yet. So as soon as we do that, actually I have one point, but what we could unlock is the crematorium, because we will start having a lot of dead people soon. But if I add a crematorium, I am going to be in the red even more. So we unlocked it, but we are not going to place it just yet. Now, we have some demand for medium density, so let's get some more row houses. We already have some dead people there. let's compare a bit. So the cemetery is 27,000 and the crematorium 22,000, so it's lower. All right, I guess we'll place one near the medical clinic. We don't want the dead piling up in our city. We are still 16,000 away from being in the positive. I think we have enough money to get there, but these demands are really like taking their time to grow. Maybe we could increase the taxes. Can I do that? Right, let's get the taxes for industrial and commercial to 11%. I see where that puts us. Well, we are 5,000 in the red, so that's definitely better. Okay, and we also have some demand for medium density, so let's get more of those. No, not here. Wait. So I'm keeping this area for low density, and let's just go a bit up with the medium density. If that's not enough, we'll zone more. Can I check the land value? Not yet. Not really sure when that unlocks, but that's fine. And we are finally in the positive. Not by much though. I think it's not enough to place elementary school. Actually, it will be enough. It varies. If we increase the taxation for the residential zones, I think we might be able to afford it. So let's see. We will also get this to 11. And yeah, now we will be able to afford the school. And I think
that was truly superfluous.
Yeah, I will use this empty space to place a school, and a bit later on we will place the high school around there.
From the city's export division, sources tell us that our city has more services than we know what to do.
Still not know. I don't know what I'm going to do with this empty space. Maybe I'll also place the college around there, and maybe other services that we will have.
You could almost say it's too much of a good thing.
But I guess we'll see. Right now, I'm just focusing on zoning this low density area so we get more employees, some citizens that will pay the taxes and get our income up. It's all about the numbers. It's a numbers game. And our income has dropped. Not really sure why. Service rate, imported electricity. Okay. So it seems that we need to build this small coal power plant. Yeah, it's not small, honestly. So let's place it there just for the time being. I know I'm not. And how much electricity? Okay. So let's just bulldoze this from here. And we can move this power station right there. No, not really that great. Okay, I think that's taken care of. But the upkeep for that coal plant, I think it depends on the usage. Yeah, we are not doing great, honestly. And I see that those demands are also high. So let's get some houses ASAP, because we need that income. Otherwise, we are going to go bankrupt really, really soon. Yeah, like I said, sometimes I get bored of just, zoning them one by one. But that's fine. If they start complaining about high rent, we either bulldoze them or rezone that area with some higher density one. We got the residential demand to 0, but now we have some industrial demand, so let's also take care of that. Right. We did unlock some extra services, but unfortunately we are not able to afford any of these. Although the fire is quite important, the fire station, and also we don't have any garbage. So the upkeep for this is 15. But we are already 47 in the red. Think. This building was not the smartest decision, honestly, right now. So I am going to go ahead, bulldoze it, and we are going back right here. And we are placing more of this. Now let's see. We are still having issues, so let's place one more. Okay, we are in the green with the electricity. We are also exporting just a tiny amount. But I'm pretty sure that with these new buildings that I'm going to zone, we will be again in the red with the electricity. Our income is growing, but I don't think we still have enough for that coal plant. So let's just... Oh, we also unlocked the medium density housing, which again, I'm not really sure where to place. I would advance just a little bit higher up, since we do not have a lot of demand for commercial areas. But I guess we could also place some more row houses. Oh, and we also have demand for low density. So let's fill in this area. With some low density houses. All right. And we also have, I think, some empty space right here. Just like that. I think we could just do this. No, it's not straight. I just want a straight road ahead. Just like that. And I guess that we could spawn some medium density buildings right there. Right, so let's get more. Maybe I should buy another tile or just expand in that area. Not really sure right now. But let's take care of electricity because I think we have the money for it. And once we do that, I will just bulldoze one of those. Let's build again this small coal plant right there with a power station. Okay, and I left only one wind turbine. We are okay with the electricity right now, but our income is not doing that great. So let's fix that with some more industry. And we also unlock this specialized industry, which I will have a look at in a moment. Okay, since we have some garbage piling up, I think it might be best to build a landfill. Since the upkeep cost is not that big, I think we will be able to manage, although I'm not really sure where to place it. I don't think it's a good idea to buy another tile right now because of the tile upkeep that they introduced with the latest update. So we are going to have to manage without a new tile. And I guess I am simply going to... Well, I did not place this coal plant. Maybe I can just move it a bit. Since I blocked this intersection right there. So let's move it. Okay, so I think I managed to find a spot for this landfill just here. And just like that, we finally have a garbage collection service for our city. Hoping that did not affect our budget that much. We are still in the positive, but it's dropping. I'm pretty sure it's because of this building right here. Yeah, right. Now let's take care of this demand, and with that hoping we will increase our income. It's a never-ending circle, isn't it? I try to zone more areas so I can get my income up, but with more residents and with more zones, the need for more services rises, like this one. Apparently we also have a fire, but we do not have any fire station. It might be time to... wait, no. It might be time to place one since it's just a 10,000 upkeep. So we are still in the positive? No, not really. So I'm not placing any more services because we do not have the money for it, and we are also in the red, so that's not fun at all. We do have some basic services like health, we have a crematorium, we have electricity, which is good enough for now, right? And also, since this area, the commercial zone hasn't risen at all, which is quite surprising because, like I said, before the latest update, there always seemed to be a demand for commercial zoning. But it doesn't appear to be the case right now. So I'm just going to place some offices right there. And right here. Okay, so it seems that I already have some issues with the traffic. We have some traffic jams around this area and around this industrial area. So I've unlocked the road services so I can hopefully edit this zone right there. I'm hoping that maybe I will be able to remove this. No, okay. Now I want to it would be great if I could just remove these traffic lights. But I'm not really sure that I can. Yeah, and the stops are like not helping at all. Maybe I can upgrade this road. Like this. Does this help? I guess so. It does seem a bit better, but not by much. Oh, I think I know what the problem is. I think I need to make this road like a one-way through the residential area. Just like that. Okay, so we finally reached the tiny town milestone, and we are currently at just 5,500 population. Our income is on the positive. We are currently making around 300,000 per month, and I'm just waiting for this income to just build up a bit so I can start building more services like a police station, because we already have some crimes, and also the public transportation. But I guess this is going to be it for this video. I will definitely continue this, and in the next video I will start improving my city, because I already have a lot of issues with the traffic. I did not think that it would get this agglomerated that quickly, honestly. But I think with just a few tweaks and some public transportation for inside the city and for connections outside of the city, we will definitely be able to improve this. In what concerns Economy 2.0, I definitely saw a challenge in the beginning, especially for the demands that were not rising that quickly, and also for the income, which is a lot harder to manage. Because like I said before, I truly did not have any issues building all the services that I wanted in the beginning. And right now, we definitely need to do some more planning and just wait a bit more before we will be able to provide them. But that said, I think, it's a bit of an improvement, and it's a bit more refreshing as well. If you watched this far, thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!